Look at you go. Okay, you ready? Look. Go. Go.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go. Set. Got 20. Go. Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. No gain on the play there. Second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Hey, 20. Hip. Zebra. Check back, 11. Go.
On second down, here's Tannehill. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here we go.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
20. There you go, Tiger. Set. 28. Clay.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 right at the 30.
29. 4 down. Check. Listen, hold.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Hey, Purdue! Express! 29! But 5-man box! What's up?
On second down, here's Carr. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big.
Hey, 20.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Now the Raiders have got him. Take Carradine. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Carradine, the former 2nd-round pick out of Florida State.
Yeah, remember he had a knee injury coming out of Florida State. Essentially redshirted his first year with San Francisco. Only 5.5 sacks during his time with the 49ers. But how about that last play? The tank was streaking towards the quarterback.
That move across the bay rejuvenated him. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Derek Johnson, there in coverage. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's fielded at the 34. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
That's right.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. A Raiders first down. Carr hooking up with Cook.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here's Coleman. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Express. White Monday down. You got 4. You got later 8. Show it 8. Show it 8. 52 is the mic, boys. 52.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Here's Coleman on the toss. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Find down.
Mike 59. Mike 59. Here we go.
808.
You got tape. You got tape right there.
You got 56 there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Your mind.
You got 4 down.
93.
Alert 3.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Check.
694.
Here we go.
It's Coleman here. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Here's Tannehill. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Where we at?
On first down, Drake. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Here we go. Hustle, we're walking. We're all walking.
Now the fourth round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense.
Here we go. Hey. You got three. Three down. Here you go, Tiger. Check back.
Tannehill on 3rd down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Nelson. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
Go. Get set. Hey, 7:34. Tight right. 6:37. 93.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Coleman now. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line.
4 down. Check. 5 down. Check.
Right back to him on 1st down. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
4 down. Check. 4 down. Raider 2. Back.
To throw on 2nd down. Carr. He completes it to Nelson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? From the gun now on third down, Carr. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Escapes the defender. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
They'll try and run for it, 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
He'll get it up the middle. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal.
52's the mic. Watch Mike. Watch
734.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Flush to his right. That's complete, right around the 8. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Hey, 20. Right
Right there.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Draw play. Tannehill gives to Drake. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Play.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. It's complete to Grant. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Hurry. We got three, fellas. We got three. Right here.
Tannehill on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now Tannehill saying, let's get to the line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
3 down. Hey, check.
To the air again, Tannehill. The former Nittany Lion Mike Gesicki with his first NFL touchdown, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Go. Get set. Yeah, 98's down. 58, 98.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Hey, here we go. Yeah, 98's down. 58, 98.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for the Raiders. An even 50 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, They do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
Mike 52.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's to the 10, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Here comes Grant on the return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A pitch out to Drake. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. On the left side, this is Stills. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Hustle, we're walking. We're all walking. Strong right.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. He goes underneath to Drake. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a pickup of only a yard. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he finds Stills complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Drake off the give from Tannehill. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Go, zebra. Hurry.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. Being chased out left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Now here's the line. Here's the line. Hey, run 80. Hut. See me in your nightmares, son.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Let's go. Hustle, we're walking. We're all walking.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll come out in the pistol. Running, it's Drake. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. Here's a run with Balaj. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in that.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Ryan Tannehill, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
4 down. Check. 29.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
All right, way to go. Nice play. That was awesome. Yeah.
Get set.
What's tight end?
4 down. 29. 4 down. Hey, watch this.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Express.
Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll toss it to Coleman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That good for 22 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
We got 4. 82's moving. 82's moving.
Listen, hold. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Tannehill, he's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins can take the lead with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
in.
Now a play fake. Carr. And Cook has it, left side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. This is Coleman. And now running right through it. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Get set.
That boy's got four down. Watch 41,
29.
Check 24.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Go. Get set.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey, four down.
Hey, Raider 2.
Heel. He's checking. Crash. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2.
6-18.
Coleman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, baby.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Low. 5 down. Check.
Back to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
Deuce right. What's up?
He's back to throw. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the 1st down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go. Here we go. Let 5-man box.
Hey. 4 down.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
4 down. Check.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. The kick by Pinheiro is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. Get set.
They come out here in the eye.
Come here.
Kill.
White down.
On 3rd down, that's Coleman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a 3rd would win it. And the kick is good. The young rookie coming through like a 10-year vet. And the Raiders escape with a victory. Bye.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Raiders, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. And with that, we sign off from Miami.